Good morning. We have completed till example number 5 of exercise 13.1 of chapter 13, limits and derivatives. We have also covered few of the standard limits and formulas also. Now till example number 5, we used to directly substitute the value of x given and the corresponding limit was being calculated. Now in the 6th example, we have to check that which formula fits in this example. Given is limit x tends to 0, x plus 1 raised to 5 minus 1 divided by x. Now here this example can be solved using two methods. One is the binomial expansion and another method is adjustment. Now when we make use of the adjustment method, we have to take care of this formula, that is limit x tends to a, x raised to n minus a raised to n divided by x minus a. The limit is n a raised to n minus 1. That means the adjustment of x minus a up as well as x minus a in the denominator both should be same, so that this formula can be applied. So this formula adjustment is being done here. X plus 1 raised to 5 is given, so 1 is expressed as 1 raised to 5. So we get x raised to n minus a raised to n. So n and n we have made it same. But when this adjustment we are doing it, then the original value should not be changed. So 1 is expressed as 1 raised to 5. It remains as 1 only. Now whatever is there in the numerator, the same thing is to be kept in the denominator. So x is already given. Only plus 1 and minus 1 we have to adjust. So here plus 1 and minus 1 both are written, and the original question is also not changed, only the adjustment is being done, because plus 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled and only x remains, and that is there in the question itself. So this is all the adjustment being done to make use of this formula. Now here, if it is x minus a, then x tends to a. But here instead of x, we have x plus 1. So whatever limit of x is given, that is x tending to 0, both the side 1 is added. So x plus 1 tends to 1. As x tends to a means x minus a, So x plus 1 tends to 1. This adjustment is to be done. So if we are adjusting in the fx, then the adjustment in the limit is compulsory. Now comparing both this, in the place of n we have 5, so 5 is written. In the place of a we have 1, so 1 raised to 5 minus 1. Now that makes it 1 raised to 4. 1 raised to 4 is 1 only. So the answer is 5. Example number 7 is limit x tends to 2, 3x square minus x minus 10 divided by x square minus 4. Now in such type of the questions, we cannot keep the value of x directly as 2 and calculate the answer. The reason is, if we keep 2 in numerator as well as in denominator, then it will become 0 upon 0, which is not the correct way of solving the limits. The denominator should not be 0. So for that, we have to cancel the factor x minus 2. Now if x tends to 2 is given, that means x minus 2 should be cancelled. If x tends to minus 2 is given, then x plus 2 is to be cancelled. We have to cancel those terms which gives us 0 as the value. So for that, we will be factorizing both numerator as well as denominator, and considering this numerator as p of x, that is a polynomial, going for splitting of middle term. The middle term splits are minus 6 and plus 5. Taking out 3x common from the first two, we get 3x x minus 2 plus, taking out 5 common, it becomes x minus 2. So the factors are 3x plus 5 and x minus 2. Factorizing qx, it is given x square minus 4. So using a square minus b square, we get x minus 2 into x plus 2. Now substituting the factors in the limit, both for numerator and denominator, x minus 2 will get cancelled. Once x minus 2 gets cancelled, then after, whatever is remaining, in that we have to substitute the value of x as 2. Now I have already told you that once the value of x is substituted, we are not supposed to write here limit. So keeping the value of x as 2 wherever x is there, so it becomes 6 plus 5 divided by 4 and the final answer becomes 11/4. Example number 8 is limit x tends to 3, x raised to 4 minus 81 divided by 2x square minus 5x minus 3. In this example also, we cannot keep the value of x as 3 directly, because if we keep the value of x as 3 and solve, then it will become 0 upon 0, and which is not true. So we will be factorizing both numerator and denominator, and after factorizing it, we will remove x minus 3 as a factor, because if x tends to 3, then x minus 3 factor is to be cancelled. Now taking up numerator as p of x raised to 4 minus 81, expressing 81 as 3 raised to 4, using a square minus b square formula, we'll get the brackets as x square plus 3 square into x square minus 3 square. X square minus 3 square can be further factorized as x minus 3, x plus 3, and the first bracket becomes x square plus 9. Denominator can be factorized as, which is being taken up as qx, 2x square minus 5x minus 3. The splitting will be minus 6 plus 1. Taking out 2x common, the bracket will be x minus 3, and then taking out 1 common, x minus 3 will be another bracket. So the factors will be 2x plus 1 into x minus 3. Now keeping both these factors in numerator as well as in denominator with the limit, x minus 3 and x minus 3 gets cancelled. Once x minus 3 gets cancelled, then whatever the terms remains or remaining, in that wherever x is there 3 is to be substituted. So it becomes 3 square plus 9, 3 plus 3 divided by 2 into 3 plus 1. Calculating it, the final limit will get it as 108 divided by 7. Example number 9. Given is limit x tends to 0, ax plus b divided by cx plus 1. Now here, if we put the value of x directly as 0, then we don't get 0 upon 0. So we'll be putting here directly x as 0. So a into 0 will be 0 plus b divided by c into 0 plus 1. So it becomes 0 plus b divided by 0 plus 1, and the answer will be B. 10th example. Given is limit z tends to 1, z raised to 1 by 3 minus 1 divided by z raised to 1 by 6 minus 1. Now looking at this example and the degree, that is 1 by 3 and 1 by 6, both in numerator and denominator, then the formula fitted for calculating this type of limits is limit x tends to a, x raised to n minus a raised to n divided by x minus a is equal to n a raised to n minus 1. So this formula we have to use. Now as per this formula, x raised to n minus a raised to n, we already have it, but x minus a is not there. Now in this, instead of a we have 1. So again we will go for adjustment. Z raised to 1 by 3 minus 1 is written as it is. Now 1 is not over here, 1 raised to 1 by 3 is not written, but 1 raised to 1 by 3 answer will be 1 only. So even if we don't write it, it will do. Now z raised to 1 by 3 minus 1, to get this formula, z minus 1 is divided. Adjustment is being done. So z minus 1 is divided here. Now as z minus 1 is divided, we have to multiply it also so that it remains balanced. So the adjustment of these formulas, we divide z minus 1 as well as we multiply z minus 1. Now one of the z minus 1 is taken with 1 by 3 part and one of the z minus 1 is taken with 1 minus 1 by 6 part. Now taking the limit separately with both as per the working rule, and using this formula for the first case, in the place of n we have 1 by 3, in the place of a it is 1 raised to 1 by 3 minus 1, and 1 raised to anything becomes 1. And in the second case, same formula, but we have to use in reciprocal, because z raised to 1 by 6 minus 1 is in the denominator. So the formula will be used in the denominator. So 1 upon, in the place of n we have to keep 1 by 6. In the place of a it is 1 raised to 1 by 6 minus 1. Now as it is 1 by 6, 6 goes up and gets multiplied with 1. So we get 6. And 1 by 6 minus 1 gives you minus 5 by 6. 1 raised to any number is 1. So these two values will be 1 and we'll get it 6 upon 3, the remaining terms, and cancellation will give 2 as the answer. Example number 11. Given is limit x tends to 1, ax square plus bx plus c divided by cx square plus bx plus a. Now here, keeping directly the value of x as 1, will not get it 0 upon 0. So, in this example, directly x is being kept as 1. Calculating it, we get a plus b plus c divided by a plus b plus c, and the answer is 1. 12th example is limit x tends to minus 2, 1 upon x plus 1 upon 2 divided by x plus 2. To solve this, in the numerator taking the LCM, it becomes 2 plus x whole divided by 2x divided by x plus 2. Now 2x gets multiplied with denominator x plus 2, and we get here limit x tends to minus 2, x plus 2 divided by x plus 2 into 2x. X plus 2 and x plus 2 gets cancelled. 1 upon 2x remains. Now in the place of x, we have to keep minus 2. After the cancellation of x plus 2. So keeping x as minus 2, we'll get the answer as minus 1 by 4. 13th example, given is limit x tends to 0, sin ax upon bx. Now the standard limit used over here will be the formulas limit x tends to 0, sin x upon x is equal to 1. That formula is to be used here. Now, we have sin ax and downside it is bx. So, in the denominator, we have to bring a so that the formula can be used. So, to get a in the denominator, we'll multiply with a as well as divide with a. The adjustment is to be done. Now we have got sin ax divided by ax, and x is tending to 0. So whole of this value will become 1. And a upon b will be as it is. So a upon b multiplied by 1, the final answer will be a upon b. 14th one, given here is limit x tends to 0, sin ax divided by sin bx. Now if we keep directly the value of x as 0, then it will become 0 upon 0 because sin 0 value is 0. So again we have to go for the adjustment to make use of the formula that limit x tends to 0, sin x upon x is equal to 1. Now we have separated here sin ax and sin bx for the adjustment. For sin ax, we have divided with ax. As we have divided with ax, we have multiplied with a. And for sin bx, we have multiplied with bx. and b is being adjusted. So x is divided, x is multiplied, so it remains balanced. A is multiplied and A is divided. B is multiplied and B is divided. So all the adjustment is being done. And the adjustment is being done in such a way that the original question is not changed and the formulas are being adjusted. Sin ax upon ax value is 1 when x tends to 0. So that is written as 1. A is remaining as it is. Bx upon sin bx value is 1. So 1 upon b into 1 remains as it is. So a into 1 upon b, the final answer is a by b. Example number 15. Given here is limit x tends to pi sin pi minus x divided by pi into pi minus x. Now if we keep directly the value of x as pi, then it will become 0 upon 0. So we cannot keep it. And if we want to use the formula of sin x upon x, then in that case x should be tending to 0, and that is also not being given here. So in such cases, when pi minus or pi plus or anything related to pi is given, then we assume pi minus x is equal to alpha. That is the assumption method we use here. Here as it is pi minus x, so we will take pi minus x is equal to alpha. Now if x is converted in terms of alpha, the limit also we need to change, and limit will be also converted in terms of alpha. So if x is tending to pi, that means in the place of x, if we keep pi, then pi minus pi will make it 0. So alpha will tend to 0. So if x is tending to pi, alpha will tend to 0. Now changing everything in terms of alpha, we'll get it limit alpha tends to 0. In the place of pi minus x, keeping alpha, we get sin alpha divided by pi alpha. Now as per the rule, sin alpha upon alpha will be 1 when alpha tends to 0. So keeping 1, pi is a constant, so 1 upon pi into 1, the answer is 1 by pi. 16th one, given is limit x tends to 0 cos 0 divided by pi minus x. Now here if we directly substitute x is equal to 0, then we will not get it 0 upon 0. So we'll be keeping directly x equal to 0. So cos 0 divided by pi minus 0. Cos 0 value is 1. Pi minus 0 will be pi. So the answer will become 1 by pi. 17th example. Given here is limit x tends to 0 cos 2x minus 1 divided by cos x minus 1. Now if we keep x equal to 0, then it will become 1 minus 1 divided by 1 minus 1. So it will be 0 upon 0. So we cannot keep directly x equal to 0. Now to use the formulas from chapter number 3, trigonometric functions, we will change numerator and denominator both in terms of 1 minus cos 2x divided by 1 minus cos x, just interchanging the terms. Now there was a formula of cos 2x as 1 minus 2 sine square x. But here given is 1 minus cos 2x. So interchanging, that is bringing 2 sine square x the other side and taking cos 2x the other side, will get 2 sine square x is equal to 1 minus cos 2x. So from the formula of cos 2x, we have interchanged it, and 1 minus cos 2x value is 2 sine square x, which will be substituted in the place of 1 minus cos 2x. So we get here limit x tends to 0, 2 sine square x divided by 1 minus cos x. Now in the place of sine square x, we can make use of the identity 1 minus cos square x divided by 1 minus cos x. 2 is carried as it is. Now 1 minus cos square x further can be factorized using a square minus b square formula as 1 minus cos x into 1 plus cos x. 2 is as it is divided by 1 minus cos x. Limit x is tending to 0. Cancelling 1 minus cos x and 1 minus cos x. Wherever x is there, keeping there 0, we will get it as 2, 1 plus cos 0, and cos 0 value is 1. So 2 into 2 will make it 4 as the limit. The final answer. 18th one. Limit x tends to 0, ax plus x cos x divided by b sin x. Here also directly we cannot keep the value of x as 0, as we will get 0 upon 0. So from the numerator, taking out x common, we get a plus cos x divided by b sin x. Now x upon sin x is taken together, multiplied with a plus cos x divided by b is taken together. Now x is tending to 0, that is limit x is tending to 0, so x upon sin x will be 1. Keeping the value of x as 0, we get a plus cos 0 divided by b in the second bracket. cos 0 value is 1. So the final answer becomes a plus 1 divided by b. 19th one. Limit x tends to 0, x sec x. Now there is no direct formula which can be used here. So we will directly keep the value of x as 0. So it becomes 0 sec 0. Now sec 0 value is 1. So 0 into 1, the final answer is 0. 20th one is limit x tends to 0, sin ax plus bx divided by ax plus sin bx. Now in this example, each term both in numerator and denominator are divided by x, so that we can make use of the formula sin x upon x is equal to 1 when x tends to 0. So dividing numerator and denominator by x. So the quotient remains unchanged, as well as the adjustment of the formula will also takes place. So the first term becomes here as sin ax by x plus bx divided by x whole divided by ax upon x plus sin bx upon x. X and x gets cancelled. Now here it is given sin ax, and downside it is only x, so we'll multiply and divide by a, and plus b remains whole divided by a plus, in this term also x is multiplied by b and we have only x, so again multiplying and dividing by b. After doing the adjustments, sin ax divided by ax is 1, sin bx divided by bx is 1. So we get here a plus b divided by a plus b, and the final answer is 1, because a plus b and a plus b will get cancelled. So the final answer will be 1.